Everyone to Two-Shot Revolver, our infrequent series where we do two parts of a one shot because Lucky is bad at time
I
management.
don't know how to finish. That's my problem. I just keep
Yeah,
pounding.
I've heard that on the Rimmerville actually. Yeah.
I felt
Yeah.
that.
We're playing part two of a Delta Green one shot. But first, I'm going to do the acknowledgement of country. I acknowledge the Wurundjeri people and the Noongar people, traditional custodians of the land on which we're all playing from today, and pay our respects to the elders past and present. I'm Damien, and today I will be playing Agent Fitzpatrick, also known as Bruce Kelly, mate. And we'll go around the table and introduce these lovely people and their characters. So starting with Danielle.
All right. I am playing Louise Sinclair, a Finnish historian and academic who's been pulled into this mess with Delta Green and is working with two extraordinarily capable fake FBI agents. So capable.
That's the word we use to describe them.
Peter, what about you?
I'm Peter. I'm playing the curious computer scientist Bo Bextia, or Agent Roger Stone. Living out his dreams, finally being an FBI agent without having to go through all the necessary steps.
Rigorous training is always painful.
Perfect.
And for today's session, I am Lachlan, or Lockie, still, and I will be playing the handler. So, without further ado, I scream, you scream, we all scream for Delta Green. Let's do a quick recap. You guys were contacted by Agent Oberon, who came and said, hey, here's some files. A guy's claiming to be a nut job killing monsters, but accidentally killed some random guy. He's apologetic, but he's been refusing to talk to anyone apart from a one Louise Sinclair. Calling Louise in because she had some connection to, well, the victim or suspect, Larry Helmsworth, believes he was hunting down a monster, failed, but he was relating to the works that were once found in Louise's works and thought she's someone who'll believe him. Heading over, you headed to, what small town was it? The Grimwood. You went to Grimwood and met the one Larry Helmsworth, who was an interesting fellow, gave you some details, said he's hunting down a guy who he believes took his son, and he's been tracking him down from place to place, always one step behind, trying to hunt down this ice cream man. He came to the one who he thought was the case, shot him. The guy died instantly after 3 bullets to his chest, and thought, well, that was wrong, my bad, and ended up in custody. After interviewing Larry, you continued on to check the scene of the crime, where the Agent Fitzpatrick, played by Damien, found some weird beef jerky type thing of what appeared to be a deceased skin. I think we established something like that.
Something like that, yep.
Yep.
And then we continued on from there to the city impound, where you heard that you found out late at night, but from the captain of the police, that the truck in question was stolen after talking to a young gentleman who was the day manager of the city impound. He said, oh yeah, look, there was a guy, Barry, he was there, probably fell asleep, let him out. You reviewed the security footage to look like that someone came, talked to him, and then the gate opened after, and they drove off in the truck without any issues with security whatsoever. Then we had a little flash scene away where we saw a gentleman smiling widely and driving down the interstate freeway. Did I miss anything that you guys think is important in that recap?
I think that pretty much covers it.
I think
I missed something.
I think you missed it. You missed a couple of things that we caught.
Mm-hmm.
Someone caught that while this mysterious figure that was chatting with the guards was chatting with them, he like threw up something into the booth before walking away.
He did, yes.
Ah, good memory.
And we got the briefcase full of photos.
Yes,
Yes.
Larry advised you that he left a collection of evidence, in quotation marks, that he'd collected over the time, in which he said, oh, here's how I've been tracking him and following him and etc. So he followed those details and yeah, he told you where to find that briefcase. He hid it before being arrested.
Oh, I
Sweet.
mustn't forget that Louise found a wonderful new suitor. So
I believe there was a shining taken from Captain Lance Johnston, calling Louise up at early hours of the morning to alert her to the police truck that had the ice cream truck that had been stolen from impound.
Actually, he called me because
He
we
did.
wouldn't give him Louise's number.
A little weird. Why would you not give the FBI consultant you have direct phone number? Doesn't make sense. But you guys are playing fantasy.
That's
So-
right. This is a fantasy game, Lachlan.
So he's
That
got-
lack of rigorous training.
So he's got romantic interest in two of us now. Okay.
I'm the night
I don't
shift.
really want to think about what Captain Lance Johnston wants with any of us.
Oh, I know, but you don't want me telling you.
I think we need to bury him 6 foot deep, but we'll see how it plays out.
Beautiful. So, if we're going to pick up where we left off, it is currently early morning. I would say, 7 a.m. is when we've just finished talking to this gentleman. By the time you review the security footage, check through it, 8:39, something in that area. Where would you like to go? How would you like to start? The floor is yours.
So what does the security camera footage tell us that we don't already know?
You saw a gentleman come up to the booth where one Barry Davis was working, had a conversation with Barry, appeared to throw up inside the little booth that he works in, and then walk away. And it wasn't long after that that the boom gate opened and the truck drove out.
This is going to sound rather gross, but have we inspected the vomit?
You have not.
I thought
Can
we
we
were
do
in
that?
the booth.
You were in the booth.
Were we in the booth?
You went in there to look up. The booth was reasonably cramped, and you were all trying to squeeze in there to get a look at this security camera footage that was within the booth.
We didn't accidentally slip on any puke or suspicious
You did not.
substances.
I rolled really well for your dexterity saves while you
Thank
were in
you.
there.
Thank you.
Perhaps
I think, yeah.
Go ahead.
I think afterwards, Bo had hacked the security cameras along the road outside, and that's when we
Yes.
got to see.
That's where you got to see which direction in which the truck had pulled onto the interstate and was driving away.
And we got a
And-
facial recognition match.
Well, I don't
You
know about that,
did.
but oh yes, you did. No, you were able to see from some of the
Yeah,
cameras that was
we-
this.
Hugh Jones, Fish Catcher 69.
It is 60s. He uses the dating app plenty of fish.
Yep,
Use that.
yep.
Yes, that is correct. I think I described him as a blonde gentleman, nice smile, blue eyes. Does that sound familiar?
Salt and
Yeah.
pepper hair.
Sounds
Yep,
about right.
there you go.
Yep.
Yes, so you were discovering him, I believe, traveling east.
Okay.
Guys, I think this is actually real. I think there's actually something spooky going on.
Yes, I think the missing children and unkillable ice cream man did imply that there was actually something going on.
Well, they could have just been crazy, but here's this guy throwing up into the booth and getting away with the same van that Larry thinks is cursed or something.
Well, I don't know. I'm still hoping for a rational explanation in this.
Really? You work for Delta Green and you're hoping for a rational explanation.
Hey, I just woke up. This is like my first mission.
You do know that our job is to cover up this stuff.
Hey, guys, what's Delta Green? It's just sitting right next to you inside the booth. Ow! Oh,
You speak with
jeez.
fluent consent. FBI.
Am I bleeding? No, but still, ow. I'm assuming having this conversation outside the booth.
Yes,
I
Yeah,
had
we
assumed
do.
that we
Yeah.
wandered out to try to get the footage from the shops along the road.
Did I not say
Exactly.
sidebar?
Kurt sitting there at the bar with you. Yeah, I really should get back to my ship.
So we didn't see any sign of vomit or vomit stains in the booth when we were in there.
Roll me an alertness check out of curiosity. We'll do a what's it called? A pre-active thing? A
Retroactive.
word? Retroactive. Thank you. Retroactive check of alertness, I guess, is the best one.
All right. This is
Or search. Search is the other one I would accept.
Ooh, search.
Somebody dies.
By default, I'm going to say
Search
you.
is much better. I'm going to do that. Fuck. 100.
That is a critical failure. I think
It
because
is.
of that, when you're in there, there is a collection of what appears to be mud from people trudging around the area and a spilled coffee that Kurt admits that he spilt in the room earlier. That's due to your critical failure on the search check within that room. So, so the floor is soaked, but you don't see what appears to be any traces of vomit chunks or any such thing.
Anybody else? I'm not the most observant out of the three of us.
Yeah, forget my roll. I rolled 91, so I don't spot anything. Go team. I think. Oh no! Here we go. Peter's going to.
What am I rolling?
D100.
Search or alertness, either ideally search.
68
Under.
over
Or
40.
Yeah, so not great.
Hmm.
You seem so happy.
I
Yeah,
got-
that's a number.
I got my actual dice. So.
Yeah, good. Okay. Yeah. You don't see any trace of what appears to be vomit within the booth.
Do we smell any traces of vomit in the booth?
Not with that search.
Are
No.
we going for 3-shot revolver?
Let's just spend the whole episode like searching for vomit. Yeah.
Guys, I was in the bar, the bathroom, full vomit. I think it's related.
Well,
Right.
I don't think anything's showing up here. So perhaps we try to track down this car.
We should track down the car or look at the victim. That's I don't know. That's pretty much it. Let's track down the car.
We should probably also see if we can interview Barry.
That too. Should we split up?
I can't see any harm at all splitting up.
If you want to split up, that's fine. So, what would you like to do first? So, we've got talk to Barry, track down the car, and what was the other thing you wanted to do?
Body.
Check the body?
Yep. So I'll try to track down the car.
Nice. Okay. How would you like to do that?
What kind of access do we have to cameras within the city that would?
You had Agent Stone hack into that recently, so he's done reasonably well to follow traffic cameras within the city to be able to follow it and see it going out of town.
Oh, that's right, out of town. But we lost it out of town, right?
Right.
I'm going to take a car, just go to where we lost sight of it and just see if I can trail it via tie marks or...
You're going to follow it onto the freeway?
Yeah.
All right. Good luck. Yeah, I would think you'd think that's reasonably impossible. You saw this thing pull onto the freeway. There is hundreds of cars that travel along it, daily. To be able to try and try and follow the tire marks of the truck might be impossible.
But only one ice cream van.
Yeah, okay, it's true. There wouldn't be many ice cream vans on the freeway.
Are any of the freeways toll roads? Can we check like
Ooh,
toll cameras?
let me roll a luck. Actually, you can roll a luck chance. Give me a luck roll to see, you know, how whether he passes through some tolls or not. 50 and lower is a success.
All right. I will roll for luck for us. Hopefully it's a better roll than last time. That is a 66.
Nope.
That is not lucky.
No.
He did not. It seems he might be actively avoiding toll roads.
Hmm.
I'll send out the word on the two-way, as they say, for local cops to keep an eye out for a suspicious-looking ice cream van.
Yeah, you could do that. You put out a APB, I think it's called.
APB, that's the
Yep.
word. Yeah.
To try and find, you give the details of the truck. I'm assuming you give its license plate and potentially VIN number. You'd have all those details
Yeah,
within
all that.
your system. So you
All
put
that.
all the
Yeah.
details out and say, hey, let us know if this appears.
Correct.
So you can spend a little time doing that. Roll me a bureaucracy roll if you can. You got that in your collection of stats?
Very poor.
See how
but
well
yes.
it goes.
It's a good idea though.
Yeah, 75, 10.
Okay, cool. You
Yeah.
being that you're not real FBI, you have some trouble, talking to people, but it's fine. I mean, it's not. What's your default? What's your score by default
What do you mean the
for bureaucracy? What
bureaucracy
percent is
score?
it at?
10.
10. Okay, cool. So yeah, you
Oh,
have
good.
no idea what you're doing with it, so you're going to struggle. But you make the calls.
Yeah.
Perhaps you might talk to your handler, Agent
What's his
Agent
face?
Oberon,
Yeah.
and say, "Hey, buddy, pal." So you'll do some flirting with him after failing horribly with the police.
And perhaps I can also go through the folders and photos to find any clues about where it might end up, possibly.
Yeah,
Maybe
okay,
I can
cool.
do that while the other guys are off doing their stuff.
Nice. All right, I'll let you do that. So I mean, there is heaps of information to go through. So you'll have to scour through it for
As I figured I could do
hours,
that
if not days.
while
But
they're doing their stuff.
that's fine. All right. Next up, we had. Did you want to go talk to? What's the gentleman's name? Barry
Barry.
Davis. Yeah. Or would you like to go inspect the body? Or would you like to do them both at the same time and split?
Probably one then the other.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm worried if there's no puke in the booth, maybe the puke ended up in Barry. We got to watch out.
Exactly. Yeah. All right. So we're going to head to Barry's address, which we got from, was it Kurt?
Chert.
Churt. That's
Yes.
right.
Chert Fredrickson. So yeah, you go there and he gives you his mobile. He hasn't been answering the mobile number, but you can go to his house directly. It's you go to his place. It's a reasonably quaint house. It looks reasonably well kept. There are a lot of little gnomes on the garden, red roof, white picket fence, and an off beige color for the walls. There is a little, red mailbox. It's very cutesy. You knew from experience that he was an older gentleman, in his, 60s, early 70s, something like that. And yeah, I think that's all you got from Chert. What would you like to do? You've pulled up at the front.
I wanna stop by on the way, get like a 7-Eleven coffee or something.
Mm-hmm.
Get a few of them.
You stop at the first one, the machine's broken, and you go to the second one, which is next door, and there's plenty.
It's right next door.
Yeah,
What a strange town.
All right.
It's their big sale defend. They're like, we've got 7-Elevens
In a row.
Yeah. Each owned by one guy. Anyway.
Agent Stone, you are going to need to be the one who bangs on the door because you're notionally the FBI agent. I'm just going to stand behind you and hope that this guy doesn't try to kill us both.
Okay. I can. I'll knock, but if he's a real guy, you talk to him. All right.
If he's a real human, you better talk.
If he's an alien, I got this.
I walk up
Okay.
to the door and
Deal.
unload my clip into the door.
Bang, 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 bang. FBI, open up.
America.
Fuck yeah.
All right, so you've got your 7-Eleven coffee.
I've got three.
Yeah,
I assume
three.
Louise wants one, or Fitzpatrick wants one.
Agent Fitzpatrick. Oh yeah. So I mean, Agent Fitzpatrick, are you going to a motel room to look, or are you just going to sit in the back of the car and just be searching through these documents and playing on your tablet?
Yeah, I'll be just completely focused on documents.
Cool. All right, great. So
We leave him in the car.
Where are you in the car? Or are you at a hotel room?
I think a hotel room.
Okay.
Easy.
All right, cool.
The sleep sleazy.
All right. Parked in front of the house, walk up to the door. Knock, knock, knock.
Yeah, you wait a few moments and you hear footsteps inside, and 1 second, and you hear a collection of locks
That doesn't
opening.
sound like
and
Barry.
a female opens the door. She is, what must be early 70s, you'd think. Graying hair, and she's wearing an apron. She's like, "Oh, hello. What can I do you fine folks for?"
Mrs. Davis,
"Oh, yes, that would be me."
we're looking for your husband. We think that he might have been a witness to a crime.
Oh,
Is there any
heavens.
chance we could speak with him?
Oh well, he just came off the night shift, so he tends to sleep. He won't be up until about at least 3 or 4. I mean, if you so insist, I can wake him, but he's always grumbly if I get him up beforehand.
It's very urgent, miss.
if
We have
yes,
coffee
I
if
mean,
that
of
helps.
course. Oh, you are
Yes.
too kind, but
Potentially
look,
lives on the line.
look, it's fine. I'll bother him. He'll live. Please come in. Come. And she kind of ushers you in. Now, sit here. Can I make you a tea, coffee, Bonox, anything that you'd need before?
We're good, thank you.
Tea?
Agent Stone collected some coffee already.
Okay, you're good. A tea, yes. And she looks at the 3 coffees in your arm.
You never refuse hospitality, Louise.
Oh, yes. Okay. All right. I'll be back with that tea. Please, if you're gonna put those the coffees down, here are some coasters, and she lines them out in front of you, all the little cats on
Oh, I'm
them.
so sorry.
That's okay. Everything's covered in plastic, including the carpet. So she steps back into the kitchen, and she starts. So, how long have you been in town? She's calling from the other room. Calling back to you guys.
Not long. We are following a lead.
Oh, that's lovely. My best friend Jackie, her son is in the police. Well, he ended up moving because he thought the police wasn't suited for him, but he's become a personal trainer now. Isn't that interesting? I mean, I know you've, police boys and women. Look at you in the suit and everything. Anyway, and you hear just, ding, 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 setting up, pouring cup. She comes out, carrying a, saucer with a little teacup on it. And it's like, oh, here you are. If it's too hot, and here's a little thing for your tea bag, should you want it. Milk, and she holds a little jug. Yes, no?
Yes.
It is full cream. I'm not sure if you young kids are into that these days. I heard you're milking caterpillars or something.
I prefer toasted almond milk.
Oh, so no to the milk? Or this is full cream.
I'll take it black or green, whatever it is that you've made me.
It's black. Yes, and she'll sit the milk down. Well, yes, make yourselves at home. I will go wake up Barry. 1 second. She kind of, hobbles along and starts going up the stairs. You're left alone for a minute. What would you like to do? Anything?
Is there puke anywhere on the floor?
Give me a search roll.
29 over 20.
You don't see any puke. You do notice that as much as I joked about it, the couches are covered in plastic. They've got that, the little plastic baggies that you sit on, and it's incredibly comfortable, and you're sticking to it. Yeah, you hear some movement going on upstairs, and It's not long before you hear her coming down the stairs. He'll be with you in a moment. He had to explain to him that your fine folks have come to ask him some questions about, an incident that's occurred, but he'll be down in a minute. Let me get you some cookies. 1 second. I think I've made some ginger snaps. And so she goes back.
Just trying to hear for footsteps upstairs. Upstairs,
Yeah.
was it?
Roll me alertness.
55 over 40.
Yeah, I mean, you hear some movement.
I will also try to keep track of footsteps or the sound of anyone doing anything unusual upstairs. Although my alertness is only 20%, so Ooh, 17. I
Well
actually
done.
succeeded.
Yes,
Nice.
no, great. You sound. It sounds quite like someone's getting ready upstairs. You hear like the belt buckle clipping, and someone going to the cupboard. You hear the cupboard kind of sliding door move upstairs. It sounds all normal sounds of someone getting ready. And it's not long after that you hear footsteps as a gentleman's coming down the stairs. He is wearing what appears to be work pants with a heavy belt on it and a flannel shirt. And he kind of, walks down the stairs and, you'll have to excuse my attire. I've, yes, I think Margaret mentioned that I've just come off night shift. What's this all about?
Last night during your shift, there was a vehicle removed from the impound. The gentleman who came to speak to you just before that is a suspect in an ongoing investigation.
On last night, on my shift? You're saying there was no movement of any trucks or cars or otherwise come through the impound. It was locked up and I've just kept it that way all night.
You called out Captain Lance Johnston to report an ice cream truck having been removed.
Really?
There's a record of the call.
I have no memory of that. Are you sure it was me?
Can we have like a little device that we clip the video on?
Okay. Yeah. No.
Yeah. So sorry to bother you, Barry.
Yeah. So you fold open. You've pull out your phone and show him. And there I am. And he gets really close. He pulls up these glasses that are clipped onto his things. Yes. You're saying this is from last night, and he's glaring over, and I honestly have no memory of this gentleman. Are you sure? Like checking the date, and what time is this?
Does the video have timestamps?
Yeah. So you look through. It was last night. I think said it was about 2 a.m. I think it was.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't know what to tell you. I don't recall this at all.
All right.
Blackouts are not an uncommon side effect of certain drugs that can be administered.
I'll have you know that I've never touched drugs in my life, and I am insulted that you would ask me.
Not something you take voluntarily, sir. Something that somebody may have slipped into your tea or your water.
Perhaps he assaulted.
Margaret,
how are you feeling?
Margaret. And yes, dear. And she kind of comes in and she's stirring a tea of her own. What is it? Was I acting like some kind of hippie when I came home last night? No, not to my knowledge. Well, apparently these lovely fine folks at the FBI here are saying that I've let a van out and I've been talking to this person. I have no memory of it whatsoever. Oh, dear, I'm sure they're just mistaken. Are you mistaken? As she looks back over at you.
I believe that someone has perhaps assaulted your husband, ma'am.
I mean, he looks perfectly fine. The only thing assaulting is his body odor. I mean, smell him. He's terrible. He didn't even shower when he came to bed last night. And it's like, Margaret, this is serious. Just give me a coffee. Oh, I'm sorry. I've got a throbbing headache. I've barely slept. Oh, okay, well.
Are you wearing the clothes that you wore last night?
The pants are mine. The shirt is in the washing basket upstairs.
Does it have anything on it? Like stains?
I'm not sure. Margaret, can you go up and get that for me? I'm not
Here.
touching your grocery.
Here's a coffee.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I don't drink the stuff. It keeps me up. In security guards need to get their beauty rest. But thank you. Margaret. And she's like, yeah, I'm getting it. Just calm down. So she starts heading up the stairs. All right. Well, where do we go from here? I mean, assuming I have had some illicit substance that has affected me. What's to do? What do I have to make a report myself? I mean, that's the best thing in this situation. I'll call up and make a report to say that I must have been affected by something. It seems only the smart idea. Margaret, where's the shirt? I'm coming. It's got grease on it. Bring it down, Margaret.
You'll probably just want to keep an eye on how you feel over the next few days, and if you have any further memory lapses, do go and see a medical professional.
Yes. All right. Well, I'll need to report this to the captain, but yes, no. I mean, can I get a copy of that video? I mean, I'll need to have something. Are you able to pass that on?
It's from your place of employment,
Okay,
sir.
excellent. I'll get a copy myself from. I'm assuming Chert was working today. Is that correct?
Yes, he was.
I'll have him make a copy for me. Thank you.
And you probably don't need to worry to report this to the captain. We will see that he's informed as necessary.
Oh, yes. Still, I think I should do my due diligence. And I mean, you're saying that I reported the van going missing. If I have no recollection of that, the report itself might be false. So, I mean, we need to look into this.
The van is, in fact, missing. So,
yes,
that report
too
does.
right. It's exactly
Yes.
why I'll need to report this.
As it is, we'll be looking at this as a potential assault on you by this figure in the recording. We've spotted him leaving.
Oh, good. So you've managed to catch him then?
We've got agents on the chase.
Oh, good. I mean, we can't have people, doing this around the place. It's not good for the community, you see. Next thing you know, we'll be overrun by hippies. Can't have that. Not in my town. It's not what I fought for.
You fought?
Yes, I'm on the, community guard. We kind of take it in turns. We walk around the neighborhood at night once a month. It's what I do. I mean, there's 3 members, but once we get 30 plus members, we'll all have a night each.
And who have you fought?
The hooligans that could potentially graffiti the town. We haven't caught any, but should they be doing it, we will catch them if they do it on one of those 3 days a month.
Stay vigilant.
I plan to.
Mm.
Thank you. Thank you both. And he grasps your hand, the double handhold shake.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Double handshake.
Thank you.
Course.
Yes.
With the elbow.
Yeah.
Margaret!
Margaret!
She okay?
She's in the room. She's right in the room next to you. And it's like, here's the shirt. And she kind of hands you this shirt. And you can tell that it smells of sweat is probably the thing that comes off it straight away that you notice. And roll me a search roll, I guess, unless you want to roll something else that you think is appropriate.
No, search is all right.
Computer science.
That doesn't seem appropriate.
Craft electrician.
21
Closer.
under 60.
Ooh, nice.
I got 20, which is my search
On the
exactly.
dot?
Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah, no, I think, okay, so apart from the obvious smell that comes off it of sweat, there is 2 things. There's a noticeable scent of cologne that is lingering on it. And there is a weird, I think you don't notice it so much on the shirt, but on his pants, as you're looking over his attire, there is a stain that's appeared closer to his, the heel of his right leg.
Okay.
That has almost like a milky consistency.
Ugh.
Yeah, I mean it's like someone spilt milk on his leg, so it's not, off milk, or it's somewhere between milk and dry semen. That kind of look is probably the best way I can describe it.
Lovely.
Oh, that's a pleasant image.
Okay. Was anyone with you last night on guard patrol with you?
No, absolutely not. I have no memory of anyone coming, let alone this gentleman in your iPad. Clearly referring to an iPhone.
Do you know what that substance is?
Well, I mean, the nights get pretty lonely. No, I'm not sure what that is. And he kind of, rubs it a little. And
All right, don't touch it. Don't touch it. Stay away. We'll.
Yes.
Sorry, you'll have to get some more pants. We're going to take that into forensics.
Oh yes. Okay. Should I wash my hand? I've just tried to rub it off. Where do I stand? He's just holding his hand up. I'll wash this and then
you wash your hand.
The pants.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah, I'll wash this. So goes to the sink and washes it, and she's like, oh, he's always so clumsy. He's always like this. He never thinks things through. She starts yammering on about something and her best friend Phyllis's son's nephew. And anyway, so you collect the shirt and pants. I assume you want both? ?
Sure, why not?
Lovely. And he's standing there in his tidy whities. So, well, that'll be it. Yeah. So you're going to report to the captain for me. That's what you're telling me?
Yes. We're definitely going to make sure he has all the relevant information.
I'll book an appointment with the doctor to get me checked over. It seems like the best option to do if they've erased my memory. It's drugs these days. Who knows what they'll do?
Hooligans.
Exactly so.
Stay vigilant.
Always. Taps his chest twice.
All right. All right. That'll be it. Goodbye.
Yep. Do you want a ginger snap for the road?
No, thank you. I'm watching my weight.
Oh, that's fine. Take some, and she shoves some into your breast pocket. They'll keep.
That might stop a bullet for me later.
And what about you, miss? You're much too thin. Here, have some ginger snaps. And she grabs a handful and just puts them into your hand. Taps it a few times.
Thank you, Mrs. Davis.
Good. Can't have you going hungry. Well, if you need us, we will be right here.
All right.
Oh, for God's sake, put on some pants.
Thank you again, and sorry to wake you, Barry.
No, yeah, and thanks for the coffee. And he reaches over and picks it up and has a sip. And doesn't look I'll be sleeping. Starts going down as you, leave the lovely house of the Davises.
All right.
All right.
So the body.
Does any of us know forensics?
Forensics. Nope.
I do, but I'm not there right now.
Maybe we should go and collect Agent Fitzpatrick before we look at the body.
We'll get our biggest bag that we can find and put the pants in it.
You go back in. We have a garbage bag, Mr. Davis.
It just smells really bad.
Yeah, between the semen and the cologne, it's really, really off-putting. Roll me. There's a roll I would like.
A night with Captain Lance Johnston.
Neither of you have forensics of any kind, yeah?
No.
Is there something else that we can use?
I'm just checking through. Roll me a. I want to say it's not even power. Just roll me intelligence roll. Just your raw intelligence.
Hey, we're good at that.
Both of us?
Yeah, I think you both notice it.
That's our score times 5.
63 under 90.
Nice. I think you got something.
12. under 80.
Both of you, very good. I think you both noticed that Margaret said that Barry hadn't showered when he came to bed, and that shirt that you had a decent smell of cologne, but he didn't smell like cologne. So the scent that was on it mustn't have been coming from him, because that would have lingered even as much as it was. I think you both would be able to put that together.
That is weird.
He didn't smell as bad as the shirt does.
But he does appear to be himself and not be possessed by anything. So maybe whatever left semen on his pants also left cologne on his shirt.
I like
We've all
that
been
theory.
there. Classic Saturday night.
I think it's Lance Johnston. I think he's to blame for this.
I mean, I would love to blame him, but I'm pretty sure he didn't wear cologne either.
Yeah, you'll remember that he didn't wear that cologne that smelled like that.
Right.
Like it's reasonably potent. It is it's not a nice smelling cologne. It is a potent cologne. Is probably the best way I could describe it. Like you've just sprayed toilet freshener and you're thinking, wow, that is a strong potpourri.
You know, if I was some kind of supernatural entity that wore dead people's skins like suits and then discarded them when I needed a new one, and I ended up smelling like those bits of human jerky that Agent Fitzpatrick picked up, I would also wear very strong cologne.
You would need to wear strong cologne.
Yeah. Just a theory. Let's go pick up Agent Fitzpatrick anyway.
Let's do that.
All right, so you head back to the Sleep Sleazy Motel, and you find Agent Fitzpatrick there going over a collection of the briefcase files.
Yeah, spelling errors. So, what did I find in my search?
You want to roll me one of your favorites? Honestly, I don't think you've spent enough time. Just it's only been an hour and a little bit. I think you need more time to be able to figure out anything apart from looking through and you see the collection of children, the collection of adults, the history of where it's been, those type of things. There isn't anything that stands out as, I would say, concrete evidence. I mean, what's your criminology by that score?
10.
Yeah, so you're not going to notice anything by default at this point. You just have to keep searching and digging.
Keep searching.
I've got some criminology. Should we swap?
We can.
Yeah, I'll take Agent Fitzpatrick in to look at the body, and you can have a look at the information and wait in the car.
Sure.
I'm getting nowhere with this. Yeah, please take over, Agent Stone.
All right. Tag.
Don't worry, I sorted them alphabetically by middle name. I thought that would be a pattern.
So, Louise,
Great.
Louise, lead the way.
So you're going to go and look at the body of Jeffrey Kelly?
That's
right.
right.
I think his name is. Yes, Jeffrey Kelly.
Yes.
No relation to me, I hope.
We are going to go and try to have a look at the body. I'm just going to pretend that I'm also an FBI agent again when we speak to the coroner or whoever's in charge at the morgue.
Nice. Even though you don't have a badge?
Even though I don't have a badge. I'm not going to say I'm FBI. I'm just going to let him assume that we both are.
Got it.
I'll introduce myself and say, FBI agent, this is Agent Sinclair.
Great. How would you like to find out where the body is?
Did we get that? We didn't get that information?
I don't believe you did, but you have the phone number of a certain someone who might be able to help you out.
Let me take this, Louise.
I mean,
I'll save you.
Would it not just be at the morgue?
It would.
Just bust in. Be like, FBI, open up all your Dead body trays.
I was assuming we'd just go into the morgue and say we're here to see the body of Jeffrey Kelly.
Okay, you can try that.
Yeah, let's try that. Oh, let's
That's
try
probably
that.
better.
I mean, that's what the FBI badge is good for, right?
Indeed.
Yep.
Time is
That's
of
what
the
TV has told me.
essence.
Yeah, that's all right. I think you'd probably know that. No, it's fine. So you go to the morgue and you've got this little window that you open up. There's a doorbell next to it. You can ring the doorbell for a little while. You have to wait. You spend probably about 7 minutes waiting before someone comes to this little grate at the window. And yep, sorry. What can I do you for? And it's this reasonably young woman, late 30s, I would guess. Doctor's coat. She looks like she's messed up hair. It's in a weird bun to the side. Her hair strands are all everywhere. But what can I do for you?
Evening, ma'am. Agent Fitzpatrick, I got your service. This is Agent Sinclair. We'd just like to have a look at the body, if that's all right.
Oh,
I
yes,
should say which body, shouldn't I? The body of
Yes,
Jeffrey
you should.
Kelly. The body of Jeffrey Kelly.
Jeffrey Kelly. Jeffrey. Okay, she leans over and starts typing some things in her computer. Yeah, okay. Oh, yes, yep, the recent gunshot wounds. I haven't done a whole lot of work to him as yet. Sorry, where did you say you were from again? Was the FBI?
FBI. Shows up the card.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I'll need to get approval for that. I mean, I didn't know you were working on this case. Give me 1 second. I just need to, tick the I's. And so she calls up and, you wait a few minutes while she's on the phone. Anyone listening carefully can tell that she's contacted the precinct and confirmed that, oh yeah, I just had some people there, blah, blah, blah. And they was like, yes, okay, blah, blah, blah. Okay, yeah, no, look, everything seems reasonably fine. Please come on through. And so she opens, you hear this kind of buzz sound as this, and she's like, just push on the door. And there's this big heavy metal grate door that you can push to get in. You step through, 2 doors and you're into this back room she meets you in. She comes through from the reception door and you enter a reasonably cool room. It's chilly inside. And there is a human body lying on a table within the room that she was recently looking like she was doing an autopsy on. And she continues over to a particular cabinet. 204, this one. And so she leans over, opens the gate, slides out the body, and there's a bag there. So she, unzips the bag and, oh, is this your gentleman? And you see the face of the victim that you believe to be Jeffrey Kelly.
Can we confirm that with photos we have or information that definitely is Jeffrey Kelly?
Yes. You would have a photo of Jeffrey and you'd be able to confirm that is him.
Cool.
Okay.
Is there anything you were wanting to know? I haven't done a lot of details. He came in with, the 3 gunshot wounds, but that's as far as I'd gotten on this one.
Anything
we
unusual at
believe-
all with the body?
No, not as far as I can tell. Everything that I've looked through appears to be normal, but like I said, I mean, you've just excessive blood loss, but nothing you'd see uncommon with, 3 bullet wounds to the chest.
We believe he may have been not only shot by the unfortunate and troubled gentleman that the police have in custody, but may also have been targeted by another criminal who the shooter was in fact trying to track down. Does he have, by any chance, a wound on one of his heels?
Oh, let me have a look. And so she unzips the bag the whole way, looks over, checks over the heel. Look, as far as I can tell, it looks perfectly normal. I mean, if you'd like, I can switch out, as it were, and I can start doing the report on this gentleman. If you'd like me to do a full autopsy, I can put a rush job on it if that helps.
I don't think a rush job is necessary, but we might want to look at a toxicity screen just in case.
Yes, okay, I can do that. I'll run a test on his bloods. I've got someone here who can do that. That's fine.
That would be great.
Can I
Beautiful.
just have a quick look over the body too? Thanks.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I mean, I'll have to keep watching you while you do it, just so I can write those in the
course.
report details. But that's fine. So she leans
course.
over and grabs the pad from the other table and comes over, flips over a page or two, and then okay, yeah, no, look, yeah, go at it. See if you notice anything.
I understand protocols and all that. I understand completely. So I'm going to
I
check.
too am in a Morgara.
No more. Can I do a forensic check on it?
Please do.
Oh, that's a 5 under 60.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, no, look, checking through, you don't. I mean, I think from your initial inspection, you don't see anything out of the normal. This out of the ordinary. There we
Ordinary.
go.
Ordinary.
Yes, you don't see anything out of the ordinary. But it doesn't work. No, it all looks normal as far as you can tell. The body looks like it is died due to a collection of blood loss, organ failure, and etc. Just from glancing over the markings on the skin, bruising, there is blood stains in some areas that haven't been washed off in any manner. But as far as you can tell, there doesn't appear to be any bite marks, residue of milky, semeny stuff, or otherwise that seems out of the ordinary.
Can I
Is
just do a small incision on his face to see if there's
Yep.
comes off if it's like the beef jerky?
Yeah, it's so you can you just make a small cut to the cheek or something like that, and as far as you know, with your decent forensic skill, this all looks like a body that had been dead for potentially 4 days and frozen. So it's reasonably hard to cut into just because it's been chilled.
Yeah,
but it's you don't seem to have that. The smell that you've experienced isn't there. It all looks somewhat normal.
Okay.
Is the body clothed still, or has
No,
it been stripped?
Stripped naked. Huge penis.
I'm gonna ask the lady who's watching us if the clothes are here or if they were still at the police precinct.
Oh, they'd be at the precinct. All evidence would be locked up with them. We would have stripped him here, taken them off, and I can give you a list of the details of the clothing that he had, but all the items would have been shipped over to the precinct to be kept in the evidence locker.
If you could give us that list, that would also be very helpful. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. So you go through a list of belongings, you check through it. He was wearing a it almost looked like a weird doctor's coat thing that he was clearly making use for the ice cream man attire. And apart from a SpongeBob t-shirt, jeans, he had a phone, watch, necklace, and basic shoes, but there was nothing that stood out abnormally or otherwise.
So, Agent Sinclair, I think we've just got an innocent man here. I don't spot anything wrong. I think maybe this guy who shot him, he either shot him.
Shall we take this discussion outside, Agent Fitzpatrick?
Well, I wasn't saying it out loud in front of. I was still kind of doing the
Right.
side. Yes, I should say that. Sidebar.
Was Jeffrey Kelly also sort of blonde hair, blue eye guy?
No. Jeffrey Kelly was a Italian-looking man. He had, more tan skin, black bowl cut type look, and had the side shaved with the little extra sips in. But I mean, looked friendly enough as far as you could tell. I mean, softer features, but nothing like the gentleman that you described before.
Strange that Larry went after him.
I'm stumped, Agent Sinclair.
Well, Larry went after him because of the van, not because he looked... Did he say he thought he looked the same?
Larry thought he was the person who killed his son, but you would know from your collection of viewing of the briefcase that he's got pictures of plenty of different ice cream men throughout his book.
Yeah.
They're not all
all
blue.
of them, not all of them look varying in differences all the way through. There is no
Okay.
pattern as far as you can tell.
I think Larry might have just been killing ice cream men until he got to the right one. And maybe there's something more going on, but
Yeah. The only reason I bring up the blonde hair thing was because Larry, the first night Larry said he saw the dude he was tall and blonde hair and charming and stuff. And now this guy that's run away with our van matches the description.
so we've
I think I think that was a mistake on my part. This one was a salt and pepper hair. I mixed up the blonde from before.
Oh.
This one had that brown and grey hair.
Ah, my bad.
My bad.
So Danny, shall we go back to the hotel room or other ideas?
I was vaguely wondering if it was worth checking the victim's clothes to see if there was any of the same smell of that cologne on any of them, which would mean going back to the police and just asking if we could look at the clothes. Other than that, I think we kind of have to try to follow this van. So we need to find a way to find the van.
This van, yeah.
I don't think there's anything else we can really do here. I think Jeffrey Kelly wasn't local, was he?
No, he was.
He was local.
Yeah.
I guess we could try to find out how or when he got the van. If it was registered under his name or if there were any sales documents or something like that.
Yeah, you could go and check in with that type of thing. You'd need a bureaucracy roll probably, unless you had something else that you could use to get it or figure it out.
All right. I've got 40% in bureaucracy, so I can probably try to get that information.
Yeah, you
Go
can
for it,
call up
much
with
better than
those,
me.
or you'd also have the ability to talk to someone at a police station if you knew anyone.
Well, if we were going to the police station anyway to look at the evidence, then we could probably do that.
Yeah.
So I will
let's
throw
do that.
myself on that sword.
Let's do that.
Yeah, great. So you make it back to the police station, assuming that you don't pick up Bo Baxter or Bextia. You don't pick up Bo.
Agent Roger Stone. Thank you very much.
I'm not calling you that. Assuming you don't pick up Agent Stone, then you would be able to go there. You'll notice that when you do arrive that Captain Lance Johnston isn't on. He has finished his shift for the day. There is another captain, Captain Robert Capabello, who is currently on and head captain of the day shift, as it were. And you can go through the details with him, get a requisition to look at the details of the clothes, check through them. As far as you can tell, it all looks normal. You've got a decent forensics with Bruce Kelly's skills. And yeah, as far as you can tell, it all looks completely normal, and that is which you would find with a normal gunshot wound or several gunshot wounds.
No weird smell of strong cologne?
No.
So did
No
you
cologne,
try?
no milk. What's that, sorry?
Did you try that bureaucracy roll for?
Yeah. Give me the bureaucracy roll. As you come in and you check through with Robert Cabello. He gives you access to be able to look up the number plates and etc. So feel free to do that.
27 under 40.
Nice.
That's great. You notice that you can say that the truck had recently been bought from one Mr. Hugh Jones was the person who bought the truck off. There's an address available to the location of where he bought it from. No phone number was given, and it was sold to a one Jeffrey Kelly about a month ago. Oh, sorry, no, 3 weeks ago.
That's interesting. Hugh Jones is the same person who was driving it out of town.
And he sold it to Jeffrey
That's right.
Kelly.
Correct.
A lead.
A lead.
We have an address.
Yes,
Is it in this town?
it is in this town. 124 Park Avenue.
Can we just have like like Louise Sinclair would be like, Eureka! And then like that signal thing. We all
You go there
Yeah.
to the address and you come to a small town. Doesn't look too different from the small house. Doesn't look too different from that of Barry's. And yeah, you approach the door and you see a gentleman mowing his lawn. A really old guy, must be in his 80s, and yeah, seems to be mowing his lawn.
So obviously we went and got Agent Stone, obviously.
Yeah,
and
picked him
then
up, of course.
Picked him up, and then we're here now. Okay.
Can I do my criminology roll?
For what purpose? Oh yeah, on the thing. Yes, you can give me a criminology roll as they've gone and done all this stuff at the morgue and etc.
All right. Yeah. 35 under 50.
Nice. Okay. Looking through all the details, I think the thing you would notice is that the thing that stands out the most is that what you're looking at doesn't appear to be anything that you would find out of the ordinary. I mean, looking through it, you might see a town where there is 1 or 2 kids missing and an adult missing. The only thing that seems to be a little bit odd is that most of them have purchased the ice cream van before their death. But apart from that thing carrying across the states, it's the only thing that stands out to you as odd. Everything else could be explained as within normal parameters of deaths or missing children within any town, state, etc. So, what did you roll? 27, was it?
35.
35. Yeah, no. So, I mean, I think that's really the only thing. It's just everything seems to be within normal averages of what you would see in town. And from looking at these pictures and finding out, I mean, you can tell that he's got collections of the more recent ones where he's just taken pictures of every single child that's gone to the ice cream van. And then other times he's matched them up and said, okay, cool. This child bought an ice cream and now this child's missing. And then you're like, well, yes, but if he's taking pictures of every single child in town and there's 1 kid that's gone missing, there's not a lot of evidence that correlates the two. So the only thing that really stands out that you couldn't rule out as instantly, oh yeah, that's just not within normal parameters, is the fact that the ice cream truck has just shown up again and again in regards to the person that has gone missing.
So we were able to find the record of the van being bought from Hugh Jones.
Yes.
Is there a record going back for the same van?
Yeah, and Larry's collected that in his records as well, and he's got a large collection of different names of people who have bought and sold it. Going from Dennis Haas, Brian Hansen, Douglas Costello, Larry Raymond, Edward Horn. It goes back different states, different times. All of them, within 3 to 5 months, rotating around between purchase and then being sold again. And every time it looks like it has been a purchase, and then that person has sold the ice cream van, and then that person who sold it has gone missing.
Person who sold it has gone missing.
So yeah, you'd have.
This is the only time when. So Hugh Jones sold it to Jeffrey.
Yep.
And Hugh Jones went missing.
Yes.
And now Hugh Jones has it again.
I mean, Hugh Jones, as far as you know, hasn't been reported missing.
Oh.
There's nothing that says that he is missing. It's the only thing you've been able to really find on him, though, is
last session you said he was missing.
Did I?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
There's not a lot of details that say that he is a missing person, as far as I can tell.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, you did. Was
I did?
reported missing 2 weeks ago, a couple of states over.
Oh, okay. In that case, yes, he is missing. I didn't report him missing. Someone else did. That's what happened. I take it back then. So yes, he is reported missing.
But he also has a local house that he was presumably renting. Or at least that was the address he gave when the ice cream van was sold.
That is correct. That last statement is correct.
I want to talk to the old guy who's mowing the lawn.
Yep. So you get out of the car and walk
Yep.
up to him. He turns off the mower, takes off his glasses and earmuffs. And what can I do for you?
Good day, sir. Is this your house?
Yeah, has been for the last 50 years.
Do you know a man by the name of Hugh Jones?
I can't say I do.
Hmm. Do I have a photo of Hugh Jones handy?
Yeah, if he's been reported missing, I'm sure you could get it.
Yeah. I'll show the old guy the photo and ask if he's seen anyone who looks like this in this area.
He takes it and kind of squints back. Oh, nope, doesn't look familiar at all. I'm sorry.
Human.
Yeah, give me a human roll.
Come on, 10.
I've got human to 50%.
19 over 10. Go for it.
I mean, I don't think this guy's lying, but that's a 17 under 50.
Yeah, no, as far as you can tell, he looks like he's just telling the truth.
Interesting. Thank you very much for the information. Just that you're aware, if anyone does come looking, a gentleman by the name of Hugh Jones listed your address as his last place of residence, and he is now a missing person.
Well, I think he must have been mistaken. Like I said, I've lived here for the past 50 years, so good luck to Mr. Hugh Jones.
Agent Fitzpatrick here. What was your name again, mate?
Oh, yeah, pleasure. Murray. Murray Lunny.
Murray Lunny.
Correct.
Doesn't sound made up at all. And this is your house?
Yes, I
Has
have
been.
lived here for the past 50 years. Just me and my wife, Gretchen.
Do you mind if we search your property?
I kind of do. I mean, do you have a warrant? It seems I know. I mean, I haven't done anything wrong as far as I know.
Just as a quiet aside to Agent Fitzpatrick, which I'm aiming for Murray not to overhear, I just want to ask him what he thinks he's going to find. What is he looking for if he searches the house?
Who knows? We could find Hugh Jones in there.
We saw him driving out of town on the interstate.
Was that Hugh Jones? I thought it was someone else.
Yeah, no, that was Hugh Jones. That's how we know who he is.
I got confused then. Can I... What does this guy smell like?
You go and sniff him.
Yeah. Give me a sniff roll.
What can I smell just without, going up and sniffing him?
Give me an alertness roll.
44 under 70.
Critical. He smells like petrol and cut grass.
Okay. So...
There is not a hint of cologne on him as far as you can tell.
Okay.
But he's just staring at you as you guys turned away from him and had a minor conversation. If it's all right, I'd like you to leave my property. I don't feel like being too hospitable here.
Very well, sir. And we'll leave.
He kind of just watches you all get into your car. Stares.
Step back. No.
You'd be able to tell with your human to 50 that he looks pissed.
Agent Fitzpatrick.
I think it's pretty obvious he's pissed.
What would you like to do?
Sure. So do we have any leads on where the car might have gone?
East.
East is a...
Should we talk to Larry?
I think it might be worth talking to Larry.
Nice.
Or yeah, was there anything in the documents that might have showed how Larry even found out where the van was next?
As far as you could tell, Larry had managed to, he'd claimed himself that the van was stolen from him. And so he would constantly call up reporting that this thing is missing and looking for that VIN and waiting for the report to come in of when it was next sold or it appeared to be sold. And so then his argument was that he would constantly call up and say, oh, look, I'm from this state and I can't use that state to, look up. So I can't use my state because it's out of state and my jurisdiction's failed. So I need to look for a different state. And so he kept calling up saying that, please check your state for the sales of this car or this upcoming sale. So he did it that way to try and not alert suspicion, but still have a legitimate enough story that they would contact him to say that he would be able to contact the police in that jurisdiction.
Mm.
I mean, it seems like a pretty good idea. And we already have an APB out on the van.
Yeah, you guys will know that if it gets sold, you will get a report.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we just have to wait.
I
Nice.
mean, while
we-
we wait, we could get Agent Stone to see if he can hack into some kind of surveillance cameras in the small towns along that way east and see if we see anything. But I'm not actually sure if there's much else we can do other than wait for a report.
Set
we-
something up to automatically ping me when a car matching the van's things gets sold.
Always seen.
Mhm.
We've seen.
It's a long shot, but can we put an alert or a trigger on financial transactions made by Hugh in the
Yeah.
area?
Yeah, you can do
assuming
that.
he's using his own credit
Credit
card
card, yeah,
details
that's fine.
and stuff, and real name.
Yeah, no, you can definitely do that.
Yeah.
So you put down a thing to track Hugh's credit card accounts, bank details, see if any
Yeah.
payments are made from any location. You put out the APB and set up tracking. I can tell you we're going to fast forward several days. It's probably about day 4 from where you are,
Mhm.
where you get a registration that the car is being sold in a town called Brickerton in Ohio. It's, a reasonable distance away, several states over, where it has recently been submitted by a company called Wheelie Frozen Treats that has bought the van.
Is there anything we have to do with like Larry and the murder?
That's your choice. He's been, like, last you heard he was going to be sent to the psychiatric asylum. That was the last thing you heard when you were talking to the Captain Lance Johnson.
That seems
Right.
fine.
Yeah.
I think we can pretty much leave that, like, unless we manage to deal with whatever this thing is, in which case we can go and tell them that there was actually a serial killer and he was just hallucinating. Anything beyond that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
if we feel nice.
So when we get the ping, let's roll out.
Yeah.
Head-
So you guys get your car and drive across, I assume.
Yep.
Sure.
Nice, quick.
I have no idea what the distances there
8
are like.
hours. 8-hour trip. I'm making up the distances as we go.
All right,
Neither
we
of
take
these
it
towns
in.
exist.
Take it in turns driving.
Plenty
Yeah.
of cheese sticks.
Yeah. Sticks and jerky.
Mm.
You accidentally eat the human skin. Oh, damn it.
I did.
I knew you were going to go there.
Did Fitzpatrick get a chance to look at the dry semen on the pants?
Did I? I mean, was I interested? And I think
Yeah, no, you would have had time to check it over. Yeah, give me your
Oh, you mean
forensic roll.
forensics? Yeah. That's an 8 under 60.
Wow.
Ooh, nice. Apart 8 under 60, you notice that I think you start doing tests because you straight away can tell that this isn't any normal forming bacteria, is what you could tell. Looking through it, you're like, okay, this isn't vomit. This isn't, a natural forming liquid that we've seen in regular day. And you start doing searches, tests, etc. The closest thing you can get it to match in a I guess DNA type situation would be the compound within a leech's stomach is probably the easiest way to describe it. That's the closest match you get to it.
I relay this information to my fellow agent and Louise.
That is so thoroughly not delightful.
The other thing you'll notice that within, like looking at, like trying to figure out the liquid, you also notice that under a microscope, you almost see what looks like tiny little, I want to say snail trails within the stain. So it just looks like that these like little tiny, trails that appear within the stain itself. Not visible by the human eye, but under a microscope, you can see these little snail trails.
I relay that.
When we were at the impound, underneath the van was wet.
Mhm.
Was that like this milky stuff as well?
Not that you saw. It didn't look like that.
Okay. Nobody ate the milky stuff.
Or touch it, probably.
Touch it. Snail trails.
Pleasant.
Great. So you continue along and you eventually pull up at the business of Wheelie Frozen Treats. It appears to be a chain ice cream van, depot is probably the best way to describe it. And it looks almost like a warehouse. Who's got the highest alertness, or what are your alertness scores?
70.
40.
20.
70. Okay. I think with the 70, you'll probably notice it. As you get up out of your car and you're all wearing, I think you would notice, Bruce Kelly, there seems to be what appears to be an old Ford sedan and a gentleman with a camera taking pictures of what appears to be you guys getting out of your car and looking up at the Wheelie Frozen Treats.
Does he notice that we've noticed him?
Let me roll for him. How's that sound? Yes, he does notice that you've noticed him. And you can tell that he's, pretty quickly trying to put his, camera away and just try starting his car. And you just hear
Quickly take a picture of him.
Let's go detain him before he leaves.
I was like run and try and
you want to sprint over and just punch his window in.
try to get him before he goes away.
Yeah.
Open up, FBI.
Agent Stone just takes a picture.
This is the moment.
Yeah.
All right. So Agent Stone takes a picture and Agent Fitzpatrick starts sprinting towards the car.
Yeah.
You want to give me a athletics roll, I guess?
Oh, yeah. Oh, what a time to roll poorly. 84 over 60.
84, nice. So as you're charging over, he manages to quickly, the car kicks in and he, slams it in reverse and starts backing down the street and does a really sloppy U-turn and starts driving away, and you can't catch up with him.
Can I chase him because I'm still at the car?
You want to get in the car and do a drive roll? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
I'll get in.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So both Louise and
I'm like,
get in the car.
What?
All right. Louise, give me a drive roll.
Oh, we're just going to leave Agent Fitzpatrick to investigate the frozen treats.
Geez, thanks.
It's not terrible, but it's not great. 41 over 20.
Yeah. So this guy takes off and turns down some side streets. You just don't know the town well enough. And so you lose track of him after several turns. But, you've taken, Bo took pictures of the car and you might be able to track him down after the fact. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll immediately be trying
to zoom in. Yeah, looking
at
you can zoom in on your camera, assuming you took it on the phone. And
I meant to grab his face.
Yeah, you see what appears to be a reasonably overweight man, balding, and a really crummy looking, patchy beard, and he's looking at you through the cameras. He wears what appears to be I would say a private eye trench coat. Is probably the beige one that you'd imagine seeing. That's probably the best thing. But yeah, he's not particularly attractive by normal standards, but he'd get away with a C+.
All right, what was the ice cream? What was the place that we rocked up at where he took pictures of us?
Wheelie Frozen Treats. Capital with a W.
Well, while they're doing that, I'm going to go investigate the compound.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, so they've got this, the big open door with a roller door on it, and there's a little sign to the side that says office, and there's an arrow pointing to it. Brick building, and it's got a picture of a little ice cream next to some default font in the signage above the building.
I'm going to try to conspicuously find if I can find the van. Hopefully not get spotted. Maybe open up a door or a warehouse shutter or something.
Yeah. So you want to try and sneak into the building? That's the plan?
That's the plan.
Is this who bought the van?
Yes. Yeah. So give me a stealth roll.
Love to. That is a 33. Oh, my stealth is 10. Okay.
Yeah. You walk in and you're nearly immediately accosted by a gentleman in there. Just, can I help you? And there's just a guy wearing what appears to be overalls and, grease stains, holding a rag, drying his fingers of oil.
And I'm just like, and compose myself. If FBI, mate, just looking for a certain something. You've seen an ice cream van around here recently?
Seriously, you just asked that?
Yeah, and he gestures to the building that is full of ice cream vans. There's about 6 of them. You can see. Very funny, son.
He's obviously flustered.
Registration.
He's obviously flustered. Compose himself again. Give him the VIN number and the license plate.
Yeah. We should probably check with the office. Step this way, and he walks you back out the front and then into the front door of the building.
Just trying to be nonchalant. Yeah. Yep. I wasn't sneaking at all. Nope. No sneaking there. Nope.
Yeah, Patricia, this gentleman wants to know about one of the vans. Am I right to leave with him with you? Just, she's like, yeah, sure. Sure. And so, he leaves and, walks out the front, and you're left in this shabby looking mildew stained office with I would say, Greek heritage woman, long nails that all go into the points and big hair. And it's like, so what can I do for you, love?
The other two of us there, are we still trying to find our way back?
I'd say you guys would be driving back at this moment.
Yeah, or maybe if I can quickly get details on this PI guy. Maybe try
you want to try
where he'd drive to, where his address is? Office?
Yeah. So give me a, what's the best word? I guess bureaucracy is probably the best one, or maybe you computer thingy. Computer science, I would allow.
You have a lot of computer science, which I would like to use.
Yeah.
43 under 80.
Hey.
Yeah, nice. You hack into some databases in backends. You believe that the car is registered to Anthony Stewart.
Anthony Stewart.
Yep, from Hilltop, Los Angeles.
Does he have an address in this town?
No. His address that's registered is in LA.
Oh. Damn. Maybe we'll go to the police station and Just drop me off at the police station, Louise, and I'll let
Alright.
them know that we're here to investigate.
I will drop Agent Stone at the police station and then make my way back to the frozen treats place.
Beautiful. That's going to take some time. So you leave Agent Fitzpatrick,
Yep.
Fitzpatrick talking to, what did I say her name was? Patricia.
Patricia.
What do you got,
Patricia.
love?
Hey, Patricia. Agent Fitzpatrick, FBI. Would you do me a favor and look up this license plate and VIN number for me?
Yeah, sure. What's this all about?
Just trying to find a certain van.
Tell her it's stolen. Tell her it's stolen, or that the person who sold it is missing, or something.
Well, I don't want to tip my hand in case they're in on it.
How are they going to be in on it?
You never know.
What's the number, love?
All right, now give it to her.
Oh, yeah, we got that one. It came in, a few days ago? Yeah. It's looks like it's been assigned out to Little Ray.
Little Ray. Do you know,
Ray.
have any idea how Little Ray got hold of the van?
Yeah, we assigned it to him. Like, we get the vans in, and then the drivers come in, we assign them a van, they go about their route.
Right. Do you know where this van was bought from?
She starts typing some things on the keyboard. Looks like it was bought. The boss bought it himself. Bought it from a one Hugh Jones. Not a bad price either. $1,000.
Sounds about right. Would you know where was it Little Ray? Was it?
Yeah, Martin is his name. We call him Little Ray because he's the youngest. Just came out of high school, you know.
So Little Ray Martin.
No. His name's Martin Ray. Wouldn't want to mix him up with Ray Martin. You wouldn't want that on the road.
Oh, definitely not. He's certainly a character.
Funny.
Oh, you're funny. Stop it.
Don't talk to me.
I don't say that.
She did say that.
Do you know where he is now?
Yeah. I mean, look, he's probably at home, or maybe he's on his route. One of the two. I'll call him. And then, she picks up the phone and dials, trying to avoid tapping her giant fingernails onto the keypad. Like, Hi, Ray. Yeah, no, I got a gentleman here you're looking for. You reckon you could swing past the office?
That's cool. That's perfect.
Yeah. Okay, that's too bad. Yeah, no, cool. She hangs up. Yeah,
Yep.
he's on his way. He said he'll be here in 5.
Okay, do you mind if I just wait here for him?
No, please, be my guest. Would you like some ice cream?
To be honest, I think I've had enough ice cream for one lifetime.
Yeah, it's fair enough. It's all just sugar.
Have you got any ginger snaps?
No, it's old people food. She starts typing. Make yourself comfortable. I'd sit on the left side of that sofa. The other side stinks a lot.
Thanks, Dale.
Be interested.
She goes back to typing.
And I'll just wait till he comes back. Yeah.
Cool. During that time, I'm assuming that Louise could probably drop off Bo in the area. And yeah, she'll probably arrive before little Martin shows up. Little Ray, sorry. And yeah, so you're probably waiting about 10 minutes. Louise, you show up, go into the office, I assume, and you find Agent Fitzpatrick sitting there.
All right. I go and ask what he's found, if anything.
I relay all the information, and then
You with him, love?
Yes. Thanks, madam, I am.
Go.
yes. Sorry. This is Agent Fitzpatrick.
No, you're
Agent
Fitzpatrick.
It's getting late. Agent Sinclair. Sorry.
Yeah, that's cool. She
Um,
goes back to typing. And yeah, look, a little while later, a young guy shows up. Walks in, just swaggering. Yeah, yo, Patricia, this them? And she's like, that's them. Like, hey, what can I do you for?
FBI, is it a little Ray? Is it?
Martin. They call me Little Ray just because I'm, young.
Mm.
And so you look at the guy. I mean, he must be 19, 20.
Mm. Martin. Did you notice anything peculiar on your route while driving this van? Any strange people?
Peculiar? Well, like, what am I looking for? What stands out as peculiar?
Did you drive here in the new ice cream van?
Yeah. No, it's just parked out the front.
Would you mind if we had a look in the van? It's associated with a missing persons case.
Oh, yeah. No, look, that's fine by me. It's reasonably stocked with ice cream, but yeah, no, look, I mean, if you need it, we can have a quick look. Yeah, you hear what's it? I keep forgetting her name. Patricia. Just like, yeah, good luck with that. You get the ancient one. Like, yeah, thanks, Trish. And so he steps out. He goes and holds the door open. And like, yeah, look, let me be my guest. And so you go and he walks you over the van. It's a reasonably old looking unit. I mean, the paintwork seems reasonably fresh, but the actual design of the ice cream van looks old. It's probably the best way to describe it. It's this blocky looking thing with a old handle that looks almost like it's from a fridge door in the 1980s. And yeah, it's got all the little pictures of ice cream on the side. And so yeah, look, yeah, opens it up and yes, you can step inside. So there is what appears to be a freezer in the back part of the unit. In the center, you've got your window and all the little ice creams, and then yeah, all those cans of drink, Choc Top, etc., all that type of stuff.
All right. What's your
So
search?
yeah, what are you looking for?
Damien, how's your search? Is it good?
60.
Okay. I'm gonna ask Martin about what the van came with, if they've restocked it with any of the ice creams, or if these all came as part of the sale.
Yeah, no, we just sell all the ice cream. It's all made here at the head office, and we fill up the barrels, and then yeah, we just sell what's required. So yeah, it's nothing too exciting. Look, to be honest, it's my first job out of high school. So for what's norm, I'm not too sure. But look, I do what I can. Got to make the money somehow.
All right. I guess we search the van.
No, we don't, because I rolled 100.
I can also try a search, maybe.
A critical fail.
Yeah, I think Agent Fitzpatrick, after seeing after going through the contents, it's just reminding him of all the snail residue stain on the pants. He just can't look at the ice cream. He's like, I got to get out. And
got to get out.
Yeah, I got 90 over 60, so I also found nothing.
Okay, we're brilliant, aren't we?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's reasonably strong, like smelling in there, and with the ice cream, the kid wears a decent amount of deodorant himself, and it's just between the smell and the reminding of the ice cream, the whole thing is off-putting. So you guys just like, yep, that looks like an ice cream truck, all right.
Sidebar with Agent Sinclair.
Mm-hmm.
So our major lead is this ice cream van. What if we seconder the van for a day or two and see if whoever shows up attacks us, but we'll be prepared?
Counter proposal. What if we just watch the van?
That is putting a civilian in harm's way, though.
Do we care?
Well, in the greater scheme of things, stopping this menace, I can see your point.
Like, the only civilian who is likely to be harmed is this Hugh Jones. he's the next one who's going to go missing. This Martin guy is likely to leave town with the van after some children get eaten, and then he'll go missing sometime later. So he's not really in harm's way, and we don't know where Hugh Jones is.
All right, let's go with watching the van.
Nice. All right. So you guys decide, like, cool, thanks. And start watching the van. In the meantime, Bo Bextier, what are you doing at the police station?
That's me. Kick down the door. Throw my FBI badge at the receptionist.
Oh,
My face!
Agent Stone's the name.
Oh, I can tell. It feels like a rock hit me.
The corporal can read it off your forehead now.
She takes a picture and mirror images it and like, okay, that's your badge number. Missed out on this symbol. Could you hit me again? Is that a 1 or a 4?
No, it's just he wants to like just come in and talk to the same thing we did with Lance Johnston, sort of just report that we're in the area, so that when they find out that the FBI is at the ice cream place, that it's hard to tell which happened first. It's like, are you aware of? You'll find the captain or something and be like, yeah, I'm from the FBI. We're tracking down a van that was stolen. Was it in a different state?
It was, yes.
Yeah, because in another state. Part of another case. Have you heard of anything related to Hugh Jones? Yep.
Yeah, no, nothing's come up as such. I mean, it doesn't sound no news is like anything like that. And so you go through all your basic questions, you let them know who it is, etc. There's no Hugh Jones, no reported missing people, children, etc. in the area. Anything else that you'd think you'd ask that you haven't? Or you go through the similar questions to what you asked of your Captain Lance Johnston back in the previous town, but there doesn't appear to be any trace as such. And you could probably put it together that even if they came in, but it's the van's been missing for 4 days, so you've probably got the day's trip travel and then 3.5 days to try and kidnap, steal, and murder with but nothing's come through as yet.
Yeah, no worries. Just want to let you know that we're in the area.
And look, I appreciate that. It's always nice to have different parties on the same page. Thank you very much. Shakes your hand. And do work out there. If you need anything, let us know, and I'll try and get my boys to.
Cool. I get their number.
Oh.
Let me have your number. Personal.
Cool. So you spend the next little while, just surveilling Martin Ray? Is that the plan?
I want to get in contact with the boss, and if we meet up,
call Agent Oberon. That we talking about that boss?
No, the boss of the ice cream place, because he bought it.
He did.
So I'm gonna be like, did you meet the guy? Like,
yeah, it's a good idea. Good idea.
Cool. So you head back to Wheelie Frozen Treats. You end up meeting up with them, and Patricia organizes you to meet with the owner, Mr. Morton Downer is his name. So he comes in, and, you have your little meeting or a phone call or face to face. What do you like?
Maybe a Zoom chat.
Zoom chat. He doesn't do that stuff. He's willing to make some time with you at the golf course. So you guys are all standing at the golf course as he's like, yeah, check that backswing. And he's got one of his other mates there. They're doing the classic, we've got a cart and cigars. And you guys, all three of you, rock up to the green where he's putting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes. Patricia said you'd be on your way. What can I do for you fine folks? And he taps the golf ball.
We're trying to find the gentleman who recently sold an ice cream van to you for wheelie frozen treats.
Yes. Yeah, Hugh, nice guy. He friendly enough, wears too much cologne, that one.
You met him.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, he paid him in cash for the unit. It's an old unit, but the few kilometers it had done for an ice cream truck and regular servicing, it seemed like a smart investment. Plus, you've got the new guy, Ray, just out of high school, just got his new place. Don't really trust a kid with one of my new units, so it's a good unit to break him in. So, not bad.
Did you have any forwarding address or contact details for Hugh?
No, he gave me a phone number and address, etc. I mean, it'll all be back at the office, but I can get Patricia to text that to me now if you like.
Please do. He's a person of interest for us.
Nice. And so he pulls out his phone, texts while his other mate does his putting. Yep, should have that in a moment. Anything else you want to know?
What's your average par?
Well, I like to tell everyone that I'm usually 5 under, but I am actually not. That's not what I tell them. And his other mate laughs, and you can clearly tell that his mates are suck up with your human skidoo.
Yes. Even with my human of 10.
Yeah.
I can tell.
Ha! You're so funny. Ha ha ha! Oh, good one. You got them good. No one puts as good as you, Mr. Morton.
We'll just stare at him until he gets his text.
Yeah.
So you got those details yet?
No, not yet.
But now.
He keeps putting and takes him like 7 shots to get into the hole. Fuck.
Maybe you should use the putter instead of the iron.
Hey, I paid for the driver. I'm going to use this.
I think the driver goes the other way. I think you've got the wrong way around there.
Look, no, I paid for it. I'm going to use all sides. You don't use one side of an ice cream, okay?
But I mean, we're not playing billiards here. I mean, what are you doing?
Yeah. So anyway, he gets a text through and like, oh, look, here you go. And he gives you the phone number and address of a one Hugh Jones. So, I mean, the other question is I have that I noticed you're here following up on the truck. Are there any issues with the truck? I mean, I've paid for it. I got the receipt. It's all legally mine. Yeah. I'm not going to be losing money on this deal, am I?
Unlikely to be losing money, but the truck may have been in the use of a murderer, so it may be evidence.
Oh, damn. The antique's a murder truck? That's pretty cool. I mean, some of the gear in it's pretty gnarly, but other than that, it's, look, so question is, can I continue using it until you guys have decided if it is used to murder? Is that the plan, or what's the deal here?
Agent Fitzpatrick?
Sidebar with DM. Is this technically a stolen vehicle because the owner is dead and it got impounded?
Yeah, no, you could claim it's a stolen vehicle because it was stolen from the impound.
Definitely.
That is a fair call. Yes. Other than that, yes. I mean, you can claim whatever you want. You're essentially FBI and making claims to the vehicle. But yeah, I mean, it's stolen from the impound is the best way you could describe it as. Yes, it should be in property of the Grimwood City impound. They should be the official owners at the moment.
Right.
If we could get them even to just not use it for the next little while, that would pull something out of the woodworks, because this van seems to be essential. Whatever the leech is, it needs this particular van. So if they don't use it, if they just put Martin in another truck for a couple of weeks and leave this one unused while we surveil it to see if the murderer comes to cover his tracks. Is that...
That's a good plan. I think we should go to check out the address we got, and maybe one of the local police can keep an eye on the van for us.
Do we trust the local police?
What do you think, Agent Stone? Do we trust the local police?
Well, if anything, we should we drive it back to the impound in the other state.
That will be the safest option.
Anyway, we'll have to tell this man that it's a stolen vehicle, and we'll need to take it into impound.
All right.
If we try to take it back to Grimwood, then we will lose the leech.
How do you mean?
Well, whatever this creature is, it's driving from town to town. It can't just teleport. If we take the van back, then the leech is left in town with no van. We don't know that that means the leech won't eat children or won't do something else weird.
In any case, we're FBI and cops, I think. And so,
if the van is still in town, then the leech will come back to the van.
If we say we need to bring it back to the impound, then we can take custody of the van and we can do whatever we want with it. On the way to bringing it back to Grimwood.
True, there is that.
Yeah, let's do that.
3, 2, 1, break. And then we turn around and we see Morton Downer still missing the hole.
You can stop counting after you've gone over 10. Like, I got this. So what are you guys actually doing now? What have we decided?
We're going to inform Mr. Downer that the van is a stolen vehicle and it needs to be taken into the impound.
Fuck.
Does.
They'll get for trusting Craigslist.
And yeah, I'll call up the local police precinct, just let them know that we've taken custody of a van and we're going to bring it back to Grimwood to the impound.
Okay. So
is that a weird thing to do?
No, I mean you're contacting the police in Grimwood. Is that what you're saying, or the local police?
The local police, wasn't it?
Oh, so you're just letting them know, like, oh, yeah, cool, we're leaving town. Is that the idea?
Yeah. With a local's stolen, the stolen van
for evidence.
A local bought.
Yeah. So you go back to the Wheelie Frozen Treats and, I'm assuming talk to Patricia again and say, hey, we need that van. She's like, well, Ray's got it. Then she'll try calling Ray and Ray's doesn't look like Ray's answering. His phone's just going to voicemail. What would you like to do? I mean, I'm sure he'll come past tomorrow. He's got to fill up on treats.
Give us his route. Route. Give us a route.
I can do that. And so she prints out and said, here's where
it's
he
America.
is.
It's route.
Route. Thank you.
And yeah, so no, that should be fine. You should be on this run now. Probably tomorrow. He'd be done by now, I think, but that's fine.
But it's the same route today as tomorrow?
No, this is his location. He should always be on the same route.
Okay. Thank you very much, Patricia. Let's go. Let's go.
Call me Trish. It's fine. Bye. You guys go out. You follow the route. I'd say somewhere along the route you would actually come up to the van, and you'd see what's it called? Martin Ray serving some of the children that are coming up, grabbing treats. He looks friendly with them, smiling, etc. They're happy. They're running. Thanks, yum yum yum. I want the maxi bon. We're gonna do a costume. Shoot him in the head. What do you like?
I like that one. FBI.
Bang. What's it called? The Larry Helmsworth sends his regards.
Let's not do that and say we didn't.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be done by now.
Yeah. You caught up with him? You thought he'd be done?
Agent Fitzpatrick. Get him.
Agent Stone, let's go in.
So you guys, pull out your bazookas and then walk up to the little window.
No. We just go and tell Martin that we have to take custody of the van and that we're going to have to drop him at home or back at work.
Oh, Man, really? It's.
All right, the less fun option then.
I mean, guys.
was-
I mean, this is my livelihood right at the moment. I got rent to pay. I just put a bond on a new place.
They'll assign you another van.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I know that they gave me this one because they think I'll break it. But oh, look, look, barely a scratch on it. I mean, like, do you have to take it?
I'm sorry, we have to take it, mate. Here's 100 for your troubles. I'll give him $100.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Cool. Yeah. So when do I get back?
It's actually a stolen vehicle, so
You'll have to
Come
talk
on,
to your
and he
boss about
punches
that.
punches the side. Dents the fridge inside.
You
Fuck's sake!
you get another van. You get another van.
Yeah, but I like this one. I had a good flow going with it. We're in sync, man.
Really? Why don't you step
Alright.
out of the van there, Martin?
Yeah, it's fine. Just what, you gonna give me a lift home? Is that the plan?
Yeah, we'll give you a lift home.
All right. So closes the window and steps out into the street. All right. It's fuck. All right. Well, what are you gonna do with it? Are you leaving it here? What do you want?
which of us is going to drive the van to impound?
I just want to do like
I'll do it.
a look over to see if he's got any of that like milky stuff on him or on his shoes or something.
Yeah. Give me
I'll
search.
I'll search the van for similar
Let's search.
milkiness.
29 over 20.
29 over 20. That's no, you don't see anything on him in particular. So you step into the van, assuming he'll give you the keys.
41 under 60.
So what are you doing? You're just going into the van or check what?
Yeah, I'm going in the van checking for milky substances. That's not the ice cream.
It's non-dairy.
Yeah, so you step into the van and as you go through, you open what's it called? Yeah, open that freezer into the back area. You see, a weird looking ice cream maker that looks like it's from the 1920s. And I think the thing you'll notice straight up is the huge smell of cologne and death is probably the best description.
Oh.
Yeah. And yeah, that's probably the best thing. And it looks like, there's a nice tub of freshly made ice cream below the ice cream maker.
Can I
Is it ice
have a look
cream?
at Martin and see if there's anything weird about him?
Is it ice cream in that book?
It looks
Take
like
off
ice
your
cream.
face.
Looking at Martin, give me a what do you want to roll?
Search.
Yeah, give me a search roll.
56 under 60.
Ooh.
Nice. Look, I think the thing you will notice is that he looks, pretty jittery and upset. But I think the thing you might notice is that, like, as you're watching him, he kind of scratches his head just for a moment. As he scratches the back of his head, his skin pulls across just a little bit, and you see almost like this black goo on the side, like this, I'd say leechy leather skin just on the side of the eyes. It pulls back to where it was. It's like, all right, fine, you can take the van. Look, I can probably walk from here. It's fine.
No, I insist. We'll give you a lift. We've put you out by taking the van. And the van,
look.
he'll just follow us in the van while we drop you off.
Yeah, okay. I mean, look, that's your car there?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, fine. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Let me just tell Agent Stone that he needs to follow us in the van.
Nice. Give me what's the role I'm going to use here? I think it's probably going to be human. It's probably the best one to use here to try and convince otherwise.
All right, humans. 45 under 50.
Yeah. he looks pretty peeved. And yeah, I think you'll get, yeah, basically he looks like he's about to do something where he's, kind of like leeching back a little as he adjusts himself. And like you've noticed that these movements that he's doing, he's preparing to do something. And he's going to step forward and try and spray vomit over you.
Oh,
Cool.
joy.
Pull the
Like
guns out.
So it's going to be both yourself and Agent Stone. They're both in the way of this projectile vomit spray.
Oh no.
While dear Fitzpatrick is inside. I can't get everyone to roll initiative, which I believe is
How do I
just
do that?
I think it's actually we just go by your dex score, I believe. It's so what's the first number of your dex?
14.
14. Oh, sorry, of your dex score, the full score.
70?
70? Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
70 as well.
85.
All right, cool. And he is also at 70. So I believe that you go first in this instance. So 85, you hear, this sound of just like, just outside Fitzpatrick. You get 2 actions, I believe it is. So you can move, jump, attack, those type of things. Your basic actions in DG, Delta Green.
Is there something heavy inside the van?
Buckets of ice cream.
Like, no, I don't really want to do that. So anything else? No.
No, you've got, trying to think of heavy things. The ice cream machines and things, but easily accessible heavy, not so much. You might be able to quickly run and take out like the tire iron from between the seats in the driver's seat to try and, when you get a flat tire, you may be able to use the jack or something like that. You could get out, but it would take 2 of your actions, one to get over there and one to break it open.
Don't you have a gun, Agent Fitzpatrick, that was assigned to you when you got the FBI badge?
Oh, yeah. I'm just looking at my skills and what's good. Firearms. Here we go. Ooh, yeah, firearms is not good. So I'm going to. Oh God! I'm just going to try and. Actually, I think I'm just going to try and rugby tackle him.
Nice. Okay. Well, you're currently inside the van in the freezer, so you would need to run down the stairs and get out of the vehicle, and then run up to him. It would probably take 2 of your actions to be able to do that and get over to where he is. By the time you run, get around the corner and come back, it'll be, 2 actions to do that.
What about if I get in the car and try to back him over?
No, he's beside the truck. Like he's where you'd be serving the ice cream.
Oh, yeah, it wouldn't be have enough time to. Yeah.
Unless you want to try and, leap onto the truck and tip it over on top of him.
I'm going to try and shoot him. Screw it. There's not much chance, but
you can line of sight to him.
Oh, actually, yeah. So it's one action per turn in Delta Green. My sincere apologies. So you probably just have the movement to get outside is the best.
Oh, well, that'll do that then. Yeah.
So sorry to do all those things.
No stress.
Yeah. So yeah, you can, by default, your options are aim, attack, call a shot, disarm them, dodge, escape from or fight back, move, pin someone down, wait, or do something else. And then the other option is if someone's going to do something, you can try and defend. But defending takes up your action for that round. So you can dodge and dodge. It's an attempt to dodge is your action. So anyway, next player, which you can decide between yourselves, Sinclair or Stone.
I just want to get out of the way of the vomit.
Yeah. So do a dodge roll.
Doing the same thing.
Yeah. Give me an acrobatics, I guess, to dodge. Gives you a best roll. Have you got defense rolls? Yeah. So give me a hand-to-hand attack. It's going to be
There's unarmed combat.
Like,
yeah.
or
I think you
athletics?
can tell me what skill you want to use, and I'll allow it. I'm playing fast and loose with these rolls, so people watching at home, don't quote me on them.
Athletics is all right for me.
Yep, that'll work. Roll me athletics to dodge the vomit spray.
Oh no. 56 over 50.
That's
Oof.
bad. You get hit with a lovely collection of vomit as it sprays all over onto you.
I don't want that.
Where is his damage? Okay, so as it's what about yourself, Sinclair? What are you gonna do?
I'm also going to try to dodge. I'm going to try to use my unarmed combat to sort of dive and roll out of the way.
Cool. Give me a roll.
That is a 13 under 40. I successfully dive to the ground.
Love it. You successfully dodge. You take 1 hit point of damage as this vomit spray, covers a little bit of you. And Agent Stone, you're going to take 5 damage.
Whoa!
As you just get drowned in this vomit. You notice pretty quickly that within the vomit there appears to be all these little tiny caterpillars that all appear throughout it, and they start trying to crawl onto you and getting into your orifices and sigh and things like that. That will take us. Actually, can I get a sanity roll from yourself on that one if you can? Which will be
Okay, I've got 48 sanity.
So roll under that.
I don't. I got a 50.
Nice. Okay, so reduce your current sanity by 2 points.
Okay.
Cool.
46.
And same with Sinclair, seeing that. Actually, you both saw that as well. So both of you roll a sanity check for me.
Okay. So I'm trying to roll under my sanity, right?
Yes, correct.
And Fitzpatrick as well.
You've already rolled. Oh, Fitzpatrick as well, yes.
96 on 65.
96. Yeah, nice. So you take
okay, sanity.
2 points as well. And Fitzpatrick, what do you get?
18 under whatever
cool.
my
So
sanity is.
You don't take any for that. So
50. Yep.
Great. So that was that. Fitzpatrick, you're up. What do you want to do? You've just seen this thing vomit all these caterpillars and vomit that burns.
Can I wrestle from here, or does it take more movement?
I'll allow you to run over and tackle him if you want to do that.
Yep. So 28 under 60 for athletics.
Nice. He's going to try and fight you back.
So 28.
Yeah, so he has to get higher than you, but still under his score. Is essentially how it wins. Okay, no fantastic roll, but let's see what you can do. He fails. So you successfully tackle him to the ground. And yeah, so he's lying on the ground with yourself. Sinclair, you're up. What do you want to do?
I don't actually have any weapons. Are there still children around here?
Not at the moment, no. Not that you can see.
That would be severely traumatized.
It would. Is there anybody around here? Or are we mostly alone?
Roll me a luck check. Actually, no, roll me alertness.
Alertness
PI.
is less good than luck.
Can I?
You can roll it. I'll allow free ones at this point.
33 on 20, so
33.
I have no idea.
Yeah, over. You don't notice anything. You're too freaked out by the vomit.
All right. If I'm too freaked out by the vomit, most ice cream vans and things like that have to have a fire extinguisher.
Yep.
I'm gonna hope that this one has one and stick my head in, and if it does, try to grab it.
Yeah, it most certainly would. So you can run in and your action can be grabbing it off the wall. Yep. I'll allow that. Cool.
I got a 1.
A 1. Critical success.
Wow.
Damn, boy. You straight up see that PI taking pictures of you guys wrestling and being vomited on. He's standing, further down the street and just watching you. almost,
Ooh.
she's trying to be inconspicuous, but he's terrible at it.
Okay. Is it my turn?
Yep.
I'm like, should I shoot at the PI? It's like, try to get him to go away. He's already taken pictures.
It looks he's got his camera up.
I'm just gonna shoot. I have to shoot this Martin, or else he's gonna
Okay.
kill us. So I'm gonna pull out my gun, try and shoot him.
Yeah, cool. So because he is in combat with, like, being pinned down by Agent Fitzpatrick,
okay, yeah.
you're gonna have to. There's a 20%
Oh,
on
no.
top of what you're doing.
Oh no!
Oh, okay. Sorry, I forgot you'd tackled him. In that case, I am going to try and shoot at the PI, or I'll be like, get out of here! Shoot at him.
If you shoot at him, he'll leave, and we actually want to catch him and get rid of those photos.
All right, I'll try not to miss that.
All right.
No, it's okay.
Shoot the tire of his car.
Geez, yeah. How far away is he? Is he pretty far away?
Yeah, reasonable. Maybe probably 2 moves away.
I don't want to leave Agent Fitzpatrick alone.
I got him.
I'm gonna go for the shot. I'm gonna shoot the creature.
Love it.
Even-
You're also
even a-
still covered
Go for
in this vomit that appears to be burning you.
Can I get rid? I mean, I didn't think I could just shoo it off.
Yeah, you can try, but it's fine.
No, I want to shoot the creature and miss terribly and hit Agent Fitzpatrick.
No,
instead.
no!
What's your firearm skill?
40.
Okay,
It says
so
I've got a 5.7 with laser, and the skill is 60. Though I don't.
Oh, so you've got a laser pointer, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I think the laser pointer usually improves it by 20. So,
okay.
Yeah, I think that's what it does. If not, I'm telling you that's what it does.
That's
So it would be a
makes sense.
raw 40 roll.
All right, sick. Here we go. Hey, 22.
Yeah.
Critical.
Nice.
Holy
22,
shit.
yeah.
Okay, cool. What's the damage on one of those? Is it D10?
10.
Fuck, all right, double it. Shit.
The roll twice or
Yeah.
7 plus 3, 10 damage.
Oh fuck. Yeah, no, you blast it and it doesn't like that at all. It's
It's
you know,
still alive.
it's still alive and squirming and freaking. His legs are kicking and he starts screaming. It sounds like this visceral, like, okay, if that's coming through. It's just,
did
high
not.
pitched. No, not at all. It's this high pitched wheam that sounds like some gurgling and screaming as if you've, I guess, I don't even know how to describe it. Sounds almost like stepping on a chicken's neck while it's still alive. I'm assuming that's the sound it would make.
Ugh.
I'm just guessing. I haven't actually stood on a chicken's neck, but I would imagine that's a sound. There's a bit of gurgling and a high pitch to it.
I mean, if you grab a chicken while they're not expecting it, there's mostly just squawking and screaming.
Yeah, see, imagine that, but it's being choked. So a casual Saturday night.
You're saying he's choking the chicken?
He's choking the chicken.
How
all right.
inappropriate.
That's his turn. He's going to you see what appears like as his legs almost go completely limp, and this giant tentacle comes out of his mouth and tries to reach around and smack Agent Fitzpatrick in the head. So,
Giving me a reach around.
and he fails with a 98.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah, you see this thing come around. It smacks, right next to you, but it looked like it hits the ground with a loud thud. But you managed to dodge it at the last second, being so manly and brutal. Agent Fitzpatrick, what do you want to do?
try to restrain it with handcuffs, which I assume I would have.
Yeah, you want to play handcuffs and handcuff it?
Yeah.
Done. Roll it. Roll me a
Restrain monster roll.
Restrain monster roll.
I mean, it's probably a melee thing.
Melee weapons, is that it?
Yeah. Yeah. Melee. Your melee weapons will do.
Can I use athletics?
No.
Oh, damn. I smiled nicely. 36 over 30. Just missed.
Yeah. You failed to get the handcuffs onto him. His body's just, flapping around and going limp. Sinclair?
All right, shoot it. I yell.
I am going to come back out of the ice cream van with the fire extinguisher.
Mm-hmm.
And rather than shooting it, I'm going to open the fire extinguisher on it and try to spray it with either CO2 or foam, one or the other, and hope that does something useful.
And I would like Agent Stone to be yelling, "Stop resisting!" at the top of his lungs.
You're resisting arrest.
Good. I missed most of that because my headset just started to go completely flat in that moment.
Can
Which
you
is
hear us
good.
again?
I can hear you now. Yeah, it's great.
Good.
And no buzzing in your ears.
Yeah, I know, no fun. So what were you going to bash in the head? Was that the plan of what you're
No,
doing?
I'm spraying it with whatever's in the fire extinguisher, which will either be foam or CO2, hopefully.
Cool.
And
All right.
hoping that it's either toxic or cold and will... I've got no abilities with melee weapons or heavy
Cool.
weapons or anything.
All right, spray it out then.
So
Roll me what would you like to use? You can tell me that.
Oh, it's not really unarmed combat.
Yeah, I mean, you're not particularly armed. I mean, allowed if you want to just, because I think unarmed combat could work.
All right.
I'd allow that, or
First aid.
first aid for fire.
Let's try unarmed combat and see how I go.
Mhm.
I have dropped the second dice. That is a 7.
Oh,
7.
nice.
Yeah,
7
no,
under
it's,
40.
it lets out this, chilling CO2, and you seem to, as you spray its legs, the legs seem to harden up and start flopping around less. Like at the moment, it looks like they're just skin bags that are flapping around there, and it almost looks like you're hardening them up. And as the top starts to writhe, it starts to tear the skin, and it looks similar to that of your, human jerky that you found before.
Ew.
But yeah, it looks like you're almost freezing off his legs, essentially. Cool. Agent Stone.
Agent Stone's yelling, "Stop resisting! Stop resisting!" He's going to shoot again.
Shoot again. All right.
Come on. 40 or less. 5. Under 40.
Hey.
Oof.
Yeah. Roll me a shot.
6. 6 points of damage.
You had 5 hit points left. You,
Oh, nice.
blast him through the chest, and as you're lying there, this thing goes just completely limp. The tentacle, straightens up and then flops down to the ground. And Agent Fitzpatrick just feels this thing, stop kicking and just frozen in place. You're lying there, breathing heavily, covered in, frozen CO2. And
Bo's like, "Sinclair, on me. Just like,
oh yeah, sorry. You actually meant to have in your previous round taken a D3 of damage. So let me roll that for you. 2 damage and then 1 damage in this last round. So a total of 4. Total of 3 damage.
I'm on
As
2 hit points.
Yeah, so you've just got all these burn marks and scars all over you, and all these caterpillars that are kind of trying to crawl into your orifices.
Oh, charming.
Yeah, so you just you brush them off, and I'm assuming you spray them with the fire extinguisher as you get rid of them. And
like, get the PI.
You start hearing the car trying to start up again. That what would you like to do?
As soon as I've got the caterpillars off me,
I don't think you're going to have time. It's probably going to be Fitzpatrick who has to do this.
Go, Fitzpatrick, go!
Yeah, run after him.
Yeah, cool. Give me an athletics check versus his drive.
Come on.
That's a natural 1.
Oh shit! And he critically failed.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I think you hear this car just like boom, and backfires, and then just stops turning over as you sprint up to the doorway where he's sitting, and he's like, I didn't do anything," and he's got his hands up, looking at you.
What are you gonna do with him?
What do you want, man? What do you want?
Why are you taking photos?
I'm just a journalist, man. Just a journalist, just following up on a case.
What paper do you work for?
I work for the Flatberry Inquirer. You could roll me a
Can I
history.
go join them? Because
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure I've got better human than he does.
Yeah. So yeah, you after you freezing
Ooh,
off, and then
8 under 10.
Bo's sitting there just kind of trying to rub his runes. What'd you roll? An 8 under 10.
Yeah.
For what? You meant?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's
Wow.
he seems to be he looks extremely scared. And yeah, panicked, but he doesn't seem like he's lying. I'm just trying to get a story, man. I sell my papers. Don't hurt me.
His camera.
I'm sorry. We're gonna have to confiscate that camera, sir.
No, please. It's all I got. It's like, I need this. I need my camera, man. Don't do that to me. Don't, please.
Well, we can talk about this down at the station.
You gonna take me to the station? What for? Am I under arrest? Am I under arrest, huh? I know my rights. I have my rights.
We're just taking you for some questioning.
Okay, I can do that. It's fine. Okay.
Do I get there in time?
Yeah, as you're hearing that, you say, you come over to the end of that conversation as you're walking over.
I'm all right. Agent Fitzpatrick, there's no need to frighten the poor man. Mr. Stewart?
Mr. Journalist Man?
Oh, no, I just in the previous town, I was in Grimwood following up on a story following Bigfoot, and then I heard that he was there buying a new Cadillac. I didn't find that, but then I heard witnesses saying there was some man trying to hunt down a monster. So I went into the place and I spoke to Larry, and he seemed like a nice guy, but that they said that the FBI was here, and if the FBI were looking into a case, I just thought it was worth a story.
I'm afraid, Mr. Stewart, that I'm going to have to ask you to delete all of the photographs for this case, as this is an ongoing FBI investigation into a serial killer, and we can't have this information going public at this time.
Well, I mean, okay, well, how's about I don't delete it, and I'll keep it there, and then when you've solved the murder, I can release the footage, and then we'll be fine, because it's not going to affect your investigation.
Mr. Stewart.
Yeah.
I understand
yes.
that this is your livelihood, but the choices that you have before you are delete the photographs or lose the camera and your job.
Yeah, roll me I guess human is probably the best way to figure out the best way if this is working on him.
Nice.
Yeah.
No.
I can try persuade.
If you think persuade is better.
Well, human's higher, but persuade might get him to do what I want rather than just figure out if he's going to.
Okay.
Green dice is 10s.
You can take a plus 20 to this persuade, actually, for another reason.
My dice has fallen off the table. I have a 19 on my persuade of 40 plus 20.
Okay. It's fine. And he hands over the thing. He's like, yeah, just look. You can take the memory card. How's that sound? I'll format the thing in front of you. I'll show you.
All right, we can do that.
All right, so he gives you the memory card, and then he shows you these formatting the camera. He's like, okay, we all good, St. Clair?
We're all good. If you leave contact details with us, then if there's any chance of any of this information being released, we can let you know.
Okay. Thank you.
Name?
He's starts, okay. Can I go now? please.
Agent Fitzpatrick, is he good to go?
He's good to go, but watch yourself.
Nice. So you guys let good old Anthony Stewart disappear, and he ends up getting his car started eventually, and you're holding a SIM card with the collection of photos of whatever that monstrosity was. You, I assume, go back, take the body, dump it into the van, and what's your plan?
Skedaddle.
Well, yeah. My
Drive it
plan
into the
was
Grand
like
Canyon.
my plan was like take the body in the ice cream van. Everyone leaves, and then like if anyone's got like bomb making ability, just want to drive it off
Requisition
the Grand Canyon.
C4.
Requisition
Well,
C4.
I've got demolitions, so
This
There you
is the
go.
kind of thing that we can contact Agent Oberon to.
Yeah, so you can report back to Agent
we can
Oberon, tell all the
get that to
details,
them.
what you figured out.
Yeah.
He's like, good, and no witnesses.
We have one witness, but he's not credible. He works for a tabloid that follows things like Bigfoot buying new cars. He doesn't have any photos.
Excellent. Well, good work, agents. I appreciate that, and you'll be compensated for your work. Good work. And he'll sign off, give you. He'll organize a clean team to come and pick up and destroy the van, so you guys can all skedaddle after putting it somewhere safe. And you'll fly back to your everyday minuscule lives, back to the norm.
Yep.
And
Before we do, we all jump up in the air and high five.
High fives.
Free trade.
Star
Yeah.
Star
One
White.
for all and all for
you all
one.
go back, and you're just left with a scene of some old gentleman complaining to the police that he was assaulted at his property, and a businessman complaining that some FBI agents stole his van, and he wasn't compensated for them or given paperwork or etc. And a Larry Helmsworth hanging in his cell where he killed himself.
Oh, Larry. I love Larry.
Yeah,
The end.
hard life.
The end.
Thanks for ending us on that note.
Thanks for ending us. A nice happy ending. Thank you, Lockie.
I apologize to the creators of Delta Green. I had to really rush some of those rules towards the end, but it's a fun game. I enjoy it.
It's a fun game. I enjoyed it, yeah.
There's so much more crunch that we could have gone into, but it's just I reckon I could have extended this same thing into like a 5-episode campaign if I lent into things like the sanity rolls, and like there's so much sanity rolls that would have occurred throughout this. I'm just like, I don't have time to go.
Yeah.
Because you can push that off to make it so that you lose bonds and your scores with people in your general life, and then I'd have to touch on the people in your general life, and they would call you, and like it's huge, and all for a real this adventure, which was written by someone lovely. Who wrote it? Michael Labosseria. He wrote it for a Call of Cthulhu campaign, and shout out, it was 4-page document, and it really expanded nicely. So
yeah, it was very good. Excellent. Thanks, Lockie.
Well, thank you everyone. Appreciate your time for this two-shot, and
we'll sign off now.